So, as everyone knows, there's riots happening in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Uh, let's take a look. All right. I want to point out that this is an example, and there are lots of videos showing riots in Minneapolis. But I just want, it doesn't matter which one I choose. I just want to make my point that we are more powerful than we know. Much more powerful. You see these police officers retreating, and throughout this video, you're going to see people doing what they didn't know they had the power to do. We are powerful when we unite. And that's the message that I want to convey in this video. Make the statement that I don't hate all police officers. My daughter's boyfriend and possible future son-in-law is a sheriff's deputy, and he's a very good person. And you know, he doesn't agree with a lot of things the department does. My ex-wife, my kid's mother's father, worked for the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department for over 30 years. He retired. He's a very good person. He's one of the best people that I know. And he doesn't agree with government overreach or police brutality. And the fella that is in the city that I live in, that's next in line for police chief, is not really a friend of mine, but he's someone I know. And he is also a good person that would be on our side if the government ever decided they were going to take our guns and force us into, you know, some police officers would join us. And I need people to understand that that is what we need. We don't need to make enemies of all police. We need to have police on our side. It's important. We need them. Our war is not really with police. It's with the government, the politicians that write these laws that are infringing on our freedoms and our rights. And some police, like this one that crushed this man's neck until he died, he's a tyrant. Our war is against tyrants. No matter if the tyrant is a police officer, a politician, a president, it doesn't matter. Tyrants. And you know, not all politicians are tyrants, and not all police officers are tyrants. We got to make the distinction between those. Point out again, the news media is going to try to make this black and white. They're going to try to divide us when we need to be united. They're going to try to divide us with racial tensions, racial issues. I want to point out, you see a lot of white people there. This is not about race. We, the people, the working class, we care about each other. Working class people don't give a shit about race. We don't care. What working class person gives a shit about race? You know, we work with all different kinds of people. We live in neighborhoods that are diverse. We don't care. We live together. We work together. That's the news media says that we hate each other because of our skin. That's bullshit. That's not true. And you know it's not true. Don't believe it. One thing I want to point out, I mean, I am a little disappointed seeing everybody walking around with phones in their hands. I mean, I understand the purpose of trying to document the situation. That's how we got the video that we got right now. But I hope that that people will realize there is something a little bit more important than documenting the action. I mean, we need to take seriously that, you know, let some people document, and others of us need to be more involved. I gotta say that I really do wish that I was there, and if I was there, someone would have to record my actions because I wouldn't be holding the phone. I say all the time, anarchy is freedom. This is anarchy. This is freedom. This is us being free. This is us not living under the government boot. And I want to point my whole purpose of doing this video is to point out that we have forgotten or not known, or whatever the case may be for each individual, our strength and our power. And it took this man's death to get George Floyd, say his name. It took this man's death to get people to rise up. But we should have been rising up a long time ago. We should have rose up when they signed the Patriot Act, the NDAA, when they signed in the red flag laws. Government is never going to stop. They are going to keep taking and taking and taking. And now they're trying to do contact tracing. They're trying to use this virus bullshit to enslave, and they got people's businesses shut down. Who is government to tell people that they have to close their businesses, the restaurants have to operate at half capacity, that people have to wear masks and where to stand 6 feet up? Who is government to tell us what we can do? Free people don't ask permission from government. Free people do. And we need to realize what our power is, what our strength is, rise up together. The federal government and the state governments have declared war on the people, and we must respond accordingly. We didn't declare it, but we must respond. That is our duty. That is what free people do. Love your country, not your government. Stand with your countrymen. There is strength in numbers. Anarchy is freedom.